This interview is about recession, is it?
Strictly speaking, no. But it was about how to deal with difficult times, and recession is a difficult time for all of us.
But Jesus knows nothing about recession. Do you think he knows anything about recession? Recession is modern times.
Well, feeling dispirited or discouraged is not a modern day phenomenon. People felt as discouraged in his times as they feel today. So failure is also not a concept that's modern. People used to fail in those days, people fail today. So his words are as relevant today as they were in those days.
Is this the first time you've sought advice from Jesus, or why not before? You never came across something like this before that you wanted advice from him? Why only now, or did you try before and you didn't get through and you got through this time?
Well, actually, I didn't try before, and I never felt like this is something that the thought of doing something of this sort came for the first time. Probably I was driven by the idea that maybe something of this sort can be published, so I really, felt like asking him questions in an organized manner. But I'm sure we're receiving answers from Jesus and from other enlightened masters all the time. We may not be able to decipher them as, their answers, but we're getting them all the time.
Were you hallucinating?
I have already answered the question that if it was hallucination, then the answers I've received wouldn't have been in such smooth flow. If you really read the interview carefully, then there is a certain flow to the questions and the answers. And if I was just hallucinating, then I don't think I would have had that flow.
What kind of preparation did you do for it?
I was not prepared. I just thought of one question, and something in me made me feel very confident that the interview will go through very well.
So how did you know that this was the end of the interview, or that's all? I mean, my questions are done, and how did it stop? Like you said,
when my questions stopped, I believed that the interview has come to an end. I was not feeling like asking any more questions because I felt that whatever I had to ask, I have already done, and there were no more questions to ask.
So that means Jesus gave you the question and Jesus answered.
You could say that.
But
Jesus is. Yeah.
Did you read the Bible ever?
I have read portions of the Bible, as I have read the portions of Quran and Gita and other sacred texts.
Do you think what happened to you is something like they showed in Munna Bhai?
Well, do you realize that the purpose is more important, the process isn't. The ultimate objective was to receive the right kind of guidance, which I received. Whether it actually came from a physical person or it came from my own imagination, I feel it makes no difference.
Being a Hindu, what made you believe what Jesus has to say?
I am a Hindu by birth, but my belief systems are not restricted to Hinduism. I feel that Christianity, Islam and lots of other religions, there are 300 odd religions around the world, have something really wise to offer all of us if we could only look at those. So I don't think that Hinduism, just by being a Hindu, we should restrict ourselves to only what Hindu religion teaches us.
So you are saying that everybody should believe in every religion?
Of course. Every religion does say that there is only one God.
And not follow a particular religion?
You can follow the religion. There is nothing wrong in following the religion. But we can also respect other religions, and just like there are good practices in one country and you learn from another country, that doesn't mean that you stop living in your own country. You respect that country as well, but you continue to live in your country. So religion is no different.
So you think by trying to promote or trying to support the Jesus's views, are you offending your own religion in any way?
First of all, as I said, I do not think that it is a religious interview. I have not mentioned Christianity even once in the interview, and nor has Jesus mentioned it in the interview. And as far as offense is concerned, people who are narrow-minded might take offense, but as far as I am concerned, for me it is not religious. So, I don't look at this interview as a Hindu interview or a Christian interview. I just look at it as something that I received from an enlightened master who once walked upon this planet.
How long did it take? How long was the interview?
I don't think I watched the clock when I did the interview, but from my experience of writing for the last 10 years, I think it took me around 35-40 minutes to do this interview. which was much shorter than what it would normally take for me to even draft questions of this sort.
Do you think if people read it, they will really be able to understand what Jesus is trying to say?
I think they don't need to look at the words Jesus Christ. I think they need to look at what inspiration they're receiving. If they find resonance, inside them, from the words, then they will follow them. But if they get stuck on Jesus Christ, then they might actually block themselves off from the real meaning, and that's not really going to serve them. Because what is the real message? Is Jesus Christ anywhere saying in the interview that if you must follow Christianity, you must go to church for you to be happy? No, he's only saying that things like overcome fear, and to overcome fear you need to be like children, innocent like children. And all he's trying to say is that have trust in the existence in God. These are universal things.
By what you say, you feel you're trying to say that we also can speak to Jesus.
Of course you can speak to Jesus.
And if we can't get through, can we contact you?
Of course not. But why would you want to contact me? I'm sure you will be able to get through to them if you ask with a pure heart.
The purpose in publishing the interview was to get the message to as many people.
Absolutely.
And you think your readers will take it in the right way?
I'm sure my readers will take it in the right way.
What if they don't?
There are always going to be a few, but you cannot please everybody.
Do you realize the risk, that you are taking by doing this?
I don't think there is any risk.
People of your religion getting offended, and even Christians getting offended by a non-Catholic telling them something about Jesus.
Well, I have not said anything that is different from what Jesus said.
Precisely, that's why. Why would you tell it to them?
I haven't said it. I'm saying that Jesus has said it. I'm only, reminding them of what Jesus has said. And reminders are necessary. Reminders are necessary because we keep forgetting. We tend to get bogged down. And if we trust God, there is no need to get bogged down.
You said you have read the Quran, portions of Quran, portions of Bible, and portions of other scriptures. Does that mean you're a religious person? Are you a very religious person?
It depends on what you mean by a religious person. If by religious you mean that I tend to believe certain religions, then no, I'm not. My beliefs transcend religion. I don't believe in any particular religion. I feel that every religion has something good to offer, and we should look at only that.
Still, do you have any favorite religion?
No, I don't.
So what religion do you belong to?
By birth, I'm a Hindu, and so all my documentations will say Hindu. But by lifestyle, I'm beyond religion.
Does that mean you don't pray?
What is there to pray? If prayer really means asking God for something, then we have already received it. And whenever I ask God, I receive. So there is no need to pray.
Do you think of one particular person when you pray to, or when you think of God?
No, I don't think God can be individualized. There are enlightened masters who remind us of these things. And Jesus Christ is one such enlightened master. Much like Krishna and Buddha. They were enlightened masters who remind us of these things. But God cannot be individualized. We cannot think of God as a person. He or she is locked small.
So you're trying to say that even if you would have spoken to Buddha or Krishna, they would have given you the same answers?
I don't know if the answers would have been the same, but I'm sure the message would have been the same.
Any words before we close this interview?
Well, I think, all we need to do, all of us, is to remember what Jesus has said, and so have other enlightened masters, and I keep repeating that, is that, they have always said that, remember that the spirit that is in me is also in you. So just remember that the spirit of Jesus Christ and of Krishna and of all other masters beside you and you